Enthusiast or buyer, cars or bikes, all you need from the auto world is right here on the Autocar India YouTube channel. So hit that subscribe button. Today we're spending time with Honda's latest product for the Indian market, the new X-Blade. Now this motorcycle shares a 160cc engine with two of its siblings, the Unicorn 160 and the CB Hornet. So let's start this review with the obvious question. Why does the X-Blade even exist in the first place? The answer to that question is a simple matter of sales numbers. You see, the CB Unicorn 160 is selling in very small numbers compared to the old Unicorn 150, a bike that it originally replaced but had to be brought back into production. Meanwhile, the more premium and sporty Hornet 160R is doing a little bit better, but it too is thoroughly outsold by rivals like the Bajaj Pulsar and the Yamaha FZ-FI. The new X-Blade thus is Honda's third stab at the 160cc segment, and it's taking a more youthful and exuberant approach to get the job done. So the X-Blade was clearly designed with a sporty intent in mind, and in person, it executes that fairly well. Every single panel on the X-Blade is new, and these panels are styled in great detail. As with many new designs these days, there's a number of layers, textures and transitions to take in. On the whole though, the X-Blade makes a sharp and futuristic impression, highlighted by the striking new LED lamps, both at the front and the rear. Coupled by a small windscreen, the new face helps the X-Blade to attract quite a bit of attention on the street. I also like the look of the rear end, and the well-designed grab rails are functional as well. The seat meanwhile is spacious but a bit on the firm side. In terms of variants, Honda has kept it simple for now. You can have the X-Blade in only one variant with a single disc on the front that's borrowed from the Hornet. Unfortunately, neither CBS nor ABS are on offer. The X-Blade's fully digital meter is styled differently to the other 160s that Honda produces, and it's the first to feature a gear position indicator. The bike also gets hazard lights, which is a good thing as long as they're used the right way. What's disappointing though is the continued lack of an engine kill switch. Overall, the X-Blade is certainly the most sporty looking of Honda's 160s, but it strangely runs a slightly thinner rear tyre than the Hornet. Going with the design theme, Honda's also added a dash of sportiness to the riding position. The foot pegs are mildly rear set and there's a slight lean down to the bar. The bike also feels quite wide between the legs, and if my memory serves me right, this bike feels slightly more sporty than the Hornet in terms of riding position. But that's not to say that this is an uncomfortable bike in any way, and all it does is add a bit of involvement to the riding experience. I like that. Now let's move to what lies under the skin. The X-Blade uses the same air-cooled single-cylinder engine from the Unicorn 160 and the Hornet 160. However, it comes in almost the same state of tune as the lower-powered Unicorn and makes the exact same amount of torque and a tiny 0.1 horsepower more. Out on the street, the engine is smooth and punchy, but you do feel vibrations build up at higher revs. Now, we didn't have an opportunity to test out the fuel efficiency figure, but it should be about the same as what the Unicorn 160 offers. Performance is quite strong with a rather quick acceleration time for the segment. Now, while there's nothing to complain about, the nature of the engine with its strong mid-range means that it's more at home in urban conditions than it is screaming around a mountain road or a racetrack. Predictably, this engine offers a very familiar experience that we know well from the Unicorn 160. It's flexible down low, has a strong mid-range, and doesn't like going very close to its 9,500 RPM redline. But that said, the overall performance is strong enough, and I don't find myself missing that one extra horsepower from the Hornet. It's a similar story with the chassis, but this time around, the X-Blade is set up more like the Hornet, and it features a similar wheelbase as well. The telescopic fork absorbs bumps quite well, and the monoshock is pliant, but set a little bit on the stiffer side. Over bad roads, the X-Blade isn't overtly plush, but it doesn't lose composure either. The brakes meanwhile function well, and the bike stops without any drama. Now, while we would like to see a bit more feel in the front lever, the rear drum works very well. Still, Honda would do well to consider optional CBS at the very least, simply to raise the safety quotient. The X-Blade is nimble on its feet and is quite good fun in traffic too. But that said, it lacks the poise and sheer cornering ability of some of its rivals like the new Bajaj Pulsar NS 160, the Suzuki Gixxer and the new TVS Apache 160. Coming back to the question posed at the start of this review, yes, the X-Plate is Honda's third 160, but a smart pricing strategy positions it comfortably between its siblings. Now, just to make sure of that, Honda has cleverly increased the price of the 2018 Hornet by around Rs 3000, thus making enough space for the X-Plate to coexist. As things stand, the X-Plate costs Rs 5000 more than the base Unicorn 160 and about 6000 less than the base Hornet. Overall, the X-Plate strikes an unusual balance because it looks sportier than the more powerful Hornet, but that's not necessarily the case with the riding experience. With the X-Plate, it would appear that Honda believes its customers want a sporty look and feel, but without sacrificing on the comfort and practicality of a standard urban-focused motorcycle.
The X-Plate is a handsome and feature-rich motorcycle available at quite a good price point. Now with this bike, Honda's trying something different. They're giving you a motorcycle that's milder and more approachable than its aggressive bodywork would have you believe. And going by the sheer attention it's receiving both online and on the public road, Honda might be onto something here. But that's only something a few months worth of sales figures will confirm for sure.